योगः कर्मसु कौशलम्.
Hi, welcome to the second session of the course. The session is titled The Role of an HR Manager in Business and Important Functions. In this session, we will revise the definition of human resource management and we go deeper into the classification of roles of an HR manager as given by Dave Ulrich. We will then discuss the impact of two major factors, namely technological advancement and globalization on HRM. We will conclude with brief discussion on artificial intelligence and its use in the field, followed by the state of HRM in our country. We begin the session by reviewing the definition of human resource management. We have already introduced this definition in the previous session. Human resource management, or HRM, is the process of acquiring, training, appraising and compensating employees and of attending to their labor relations, health and safety and fairness concerns. The overall purpose of human resource management is to ensure that the organization is able to achieve its objectives through effective management of its people. Now we will focus on different HRM activities and initiatives depending on the goals of an organization. While the goals of different organizations vary, they can be summarized and classified into roles to form an HR model. An HR model makes those roles visible to managers and employees in the organization, external vendors and process intermediaries. HR model assigns processes, responsibilities and job descriptions to appropriate roles and assess functions of HR into the role it has to play in the organization. By doing so, it helps organize thinking of the team and to involve right partners from HR and the organization. It also helps to formulate an HR strategy for the organization and effectively guides the HR manager and employees. In short, the model of HR roles acts as an anchor to the human resource management. Next, we review one of the important HR models as introduced by Dave Ulrich, Professor of Business at the University of Michigan and one of the pioneers in the field of HR. Dave Ulrich classified four roles of an HR manager: strategic partner, change agent, administrative expert, and employee champion. You can see that model in this diagram. Let's think about the roles in detail. First, it is important to understand the two axes which divide the plane of HR activities in four roles. On the horizontal axis, we have a continuum stretching between processes and people. Of course, one can imagine that there is no work which can be performed optimally and sustainably with only processes, that is without people, and with only people without following processes. So, most of the reality falls somewhere in between. However, the manager must decide which should enjoy priority as appropriate in different situations. We can understand these dual concerns by using an example. An employee who is still on probation needs a day off for attending personal business. What would a manager do when he requests for leave? The people focus would prompt the manager to grant the request, but at the same time, the process focus will prompt him to instruct the employee to follow the procedure and be aware that it will not be a paid leave, as that is the rule followed by most organizations. Now, you can see that there is a vertical axis marked by two different focuses: strategic on the top and operational on the bottom of the diagram. Strategic focus usually requires long-term perspective. It also helps the manager align his decisions and actions with the organization's goals and objectives. Operational focus goes more with day-to-day demands of the situations and contingencies. So, on one hand, a manager recruits employees to meet the current needs of the organization, but he or she also should advise the senior managers about what sort of scenario to be ready for and hire talents accordingly so as to be ready to respond to the changing environment. Now that we understand the frame, we discuss the specific areas within the frame in the form of 4 roles of a manager who carries out HR function. The roles are presented here one by one. The first role is that of a strategic partner. Ulrich's HRM model consists of 4 roles with associated deliverables. Strategic partnership, or more formally human resource business partnership or HRBP, requires that HR managers align HR initiatives with strategic organizational goals and provide meaningful inputs to strategy formulation. Strategic considerations also include creation of value for major organizational stakeholders, including investors, managers and employees, government, and more. HRBP gives honest feedback to the internal clients and uses feedback to improve HR policies and services. It also analyzes open vacancies and pre-selects those candidates who best fit into elements of strategy. Further, it shares business objectives with the internal clients and incorporates HR goals into the daily agenda. It runs cross-functional projects aiming to increase productivity, support innovations, and develop talents, and facilitates resolution of a difficult situation to find a win-win solution. For example, Pradeep works for a large profitable business conglomerate. His position is at the corporate headquarters in the business capital of the country. For last 4 months, Pradeep has been working in a cross-functional team which is given a target of rolling out automated app-based employee HR interface where the employee needs such as queries regarding components of take-home salary, requests such as leave, and other needs such as reporting of harassment can be processed using chatbots. The programming of chatbot content is done by IT partners, while Pradeep provides the functional inputs which at once help redesign how employees will access HR services and also track, compile, and assess the direction in which HR services lead the employees while learning from the interaction and driving towards improvement. Next is change agent. As the name suggests, HR manager as a change agent helps fight stagnation, decay, and loss of competitiveness of the business and the organization. This role aims at addressing the change in the environment by making appropriate realignment within the organization. Many times, the change required within the organization involves change in the attitudes and work culture. For example, a small organization may be informal and flexible, but as it grows, more systems, rules, and procedures may evolve. If the existing employees dislike increasing rigidity, the HR manager as a change agent may diagnose what is happening and involve the members of the organization in solving the problems so that the organization can realign itself effectively to the changing reality. So, if greater formality is beneficial to the organization, the HR manager will act as an agent of change in the employee attitude to be positive and accepting towards it rather than resisting it. As an agent of change, the HR manager needs high expertise or skills not only in the technical or structural aspects of the business, but also behavioral and human side of the organization. Next role is administrative expert. The third role of administrative expert is focused largely on efficiency of the organizational functions. The business faces competition not only for the markets but also for limited resources. Maidman stated that globalization drives organizations to pursue new technologies in order to reduce cost and increase the speed of HR services. Efficiency typically results in lower cost, shorter cycle times, and faster delivery times. For example, the timely recruitment and selection of employees reduces loss of business opportunities and cost of delays in delivery of results. Next role is employee advocate or employee champion. This role of an HR manager complements the partnership with senior management. In other words, HR manager as a champion of employees protects their interests and represents them. In several organizations, HR runs regular voice of employees satisfaction surveys to identify gaps in the corporate culture and managerial practices. Grievance redressal and compliance to legal provisions made for the employee protection, measures to promote fair treatment of employees in the organization are some examples of HR activities in this role. Employees also can proactively participate in promoting their own interests. Management of career path for future growth and accessing training and development opportunities are also the ways in which employees increase their contributions and participation. You may have noted that this framework of roles of an HR manager is from the 90s. Although the framework is still relevant, the activities of HR managers have been undergoing change because of globalization and technological changes. We discuss those next. Next is the time to look at the impact of globalization and technological advancement on HRM. Due to technological advancement, what human resource managers do is same and how they do it is changing. Let's understand this change with the help of an example. Earlier employers were not using intranets. Now the employers use intranet to let employees change their plans. Earlier it was not possible. The other trends are globalization, deregulation, changes in the demographics and the nature of work, and not the least economic challenges. The Society for Human Resource Management biannual strategic forecast identified international trends that affect HR managers. In these surveys, HR managers from the US state their opinions about issues that shape the field of human resource management. In 2006, HR managers reported that the desire of companies to expand globally, economic growth in Asia, and increase cross-cultural awareness were most likely to have a major impact on the workplace. In 2004, HR managers had identified the following international trends: the increased exporting of US manufacturing and white-collar jobs, increased awareness of cultural differences, and the influence of Europe-wide employment laws for the European Commission. As mentioned by Dessler and Warki, globalization compels employers to be more efficient. More globalization means more competition, and more competition means more pressure to create world-class products at lower costs. Thus, when the Japanese retailer Uniqlo opened its first store in Manhattan, many local competitors had to institute new testing, training, and pay practices to boost their employees' performance. The search for greater efficiencies prompts many employers to go offshore. For example, Toyota, a Japanese automobile manufacturing company, now builds its Camrys in Kentucky, USA, while Dell, an American technology company, assembles PCs in China. Even some of the highly skilled jobs have been outsourced to countries like India. Indian firms also have been impacted by globalization. Indian IT firms like Infosys, Wipro, and TCS serve customers around the world by developing software codes and supporting their IT systems. Tata Steel Mittal Steel, Apollo Tyres, and ONGC have acquired steel plants and oil assets around the world through competitive bidding and have become one among the most competitive manufacturers. As a company extends its base to a foreign shore, the impact of that on HR procedures extends to current workers and also to the new employees. The HR department will need to increase support of its current staff as they transfer overseas to new positions. Assistance with visas, work permits, and housing will be required, as well as training and cultural issues and perhaps language acquisition too. New local talent must be acquired and developed as well. A company's ability to move into new markets depends on its ability to fill the need of skilled workers. In some situations, local workers may meet the criteria, but in other situations, they may be more looking for skilled and already trained employees to be transferred to positions in the new overseas location. In this case, the willingness of workers to become mobile could be a key factor to productivity. Another significant impact of globalization on human resource management is the necessity to consider cultural differences both in and out of the workplace. Businesses tend to have their own corporate cultures or ways of operating, but there are societal and cultural differences between people as well. Cultural norms within a society affect the workforce and how workers view their jobs, especially in relation to the time spent with their family and ideas about employment expectations. Some cultures may also have varying perceptions about gender roles, particularly concerning the role of women in leadership. Next is the impact of technological advances. Many of the innovations that make firms world-class involve technology. For example, Carrier Corporation is the world's largest manufacturer of air conditioners and saves an estimated $100 million per year by using the web. In Brazil, Carrier handles all its transactions with its channel partners, who are 550 dealers, retailers, and installers, over the web. As a result, the time required to get an order entered and confirmed by the company has reduced from earlier time of 6 days to mere 6 minutes. When such types of technological advancements happen in an organization, HR faces the challenge of quickly applying the technology to the task of improving its operations. Further, technology is also changing the nature of work. Even factory jobs are more technologically demanding. Knowledge-intensive, high-tech manufacturing in industries such as aerospace, computers, telecommunications, home electronics, pharmaceuticals, and medical instruments are replacing factory jobs in steel, auto, rubber, and textile industries. Humans are crucial resource for any organization, although today, due to technological advancement and globalization, many tasks have been handed over to the artificial intelligence, but they lack judgment skills which cannot be matched with human mind. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a machine that thinks, plans, and adapts in ways that mimic the human brain. AI performs these processes at exponentially faster speeds than human brain can manage without making computational errors or growing fatigued or bored. Machines are driven by artificial intelligence, offer benefits for every type of industry, and HR departments benefit especially from AI and its even-tempered analysis, freedom of cultural prejudice, and ability to collate vast bodies of data from disparate sources. The automation of factories has already decimated jobs in traditional manufacturing, and the rise of artificial intelligence is likely to extend this job destruction deep into the middle classes, with only the most caring, creative, or supervisory roles remaining. This is what British theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking had to observe. It is an undisputed fact that humans are being replaced by artificial intelligence, which are in the form of robots. But all jobs cannot be handed over to robots because they have their own limitations. So let us now move on to general state of HRM in India, and let us consider what are the challenges at hand. There are a number of Indian firms today where HRM has evolved to a stage where it can rightfully claim a position in the decision-making hierarchy of organizations. In such firms, HR professionals are aware of their importance in gaining competitive advantage. Traditional firms like RPG, Bajaj Auto, etc., and Indian origin MNCs like Tata, Aditya Birla have started investing in employees from the pipeline building perspective rather than short-term focus. At the same time, it should be recognized that there are Indian firms where HRM is still at the primitive state. There is also a large section of unorganized workforce in India who is still awaiting its share in the fruits of economic development. The legal protection that the Indian workforce enjoys and the firms that employ progressive HRM practices are still at the primitive state and covers only 7 to 8% of the total workforce, while a large segment remains within the unorganized sector. Further, debates about the extension of reservation in the jobs for economically and socially weaker sections of the society and extension of labor law protection to the unorganized sector of workforce are yet to come to conclusion. The emerging challenge for the managers will be to move beyond the confines of formal workplace to become more inclusive in their approach to empower the large population base to become drivers of economic growth. In summary, we just saw the roles of an HR manager, the challenges facing HR managers, and the features of HRM in India. With that, we come to the end of this session. We will see you soon for the next. Thank you.